Good morning and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. Just got a quick contract job to do today. There's snow on the way, so they're like, rush, get up there and do it. The machinery's there, the truck's there, just get up, get it done. So it's a bit of an oddly shaped field. We're just going to get it scooted. I offered to use our harvester, but they said they already had their one up here. So we're just going to get it done. Everything down at home seems okay. The harvester's there, the field's going well. We'll just have to check it to make sure that there is enough fertilizer on the field, for the new field. And I think we should have some silage ready by now too. I did fast forward to 12 o'clock because it was snowing lightly. But it's not enough on here to affect the crop, so it's not snowing at the moment, it's fine. Because you know when it's not, it says harvesting now will reduce the yield, and it doesn't say that to us, so we are good to go. That's what we're going to do. I think this has to be dropped at... There's heaps of contracts. HH Milling. But there's tons of contracts. There's some really expensive ones there, but we just done one of the cheaper ones. There was one cheaper one, but I don't want to take a risk doing the small fields like what happened with the last one where we didn't get to finish the contract out. That was a bit of a bummer. So this time we're just going to take this one and cross our fingers, and if we finish a little bit low, we'll just try and get ourselves some cheap product. This is why it's also handy to have a silo. Just when you finish the contract, you know, you can stash some stuff here and there, and then that way, if it ever happens, you've got a little bit of product there to top yourself off and earn that extra money. Yeah, I think it's just something that's happened on this map. There was another map that happened on a few times as well. It just didn't finish off the contracts correctly. I think what one was it? I can't remember. I'll have to have a think about it and let you know, but it doesn't matter, I still love the map, so that's why we're playing it. Not a huge big deal. But I might do like a couple of rows of headers around here. Get it all scooted and done, and then we'll just knuckle down and put cruise control on. Some music, and just crank it out. I guess will be the best way to get it. We should get about $7,000 or $8,000 from this. And then depending on how we're going, because our field isn't ready, we may look at getting one of the fields behind us. Down here. That one there, I'd say. And then doing some expanding, maybe trying to save up and putting a chicken coop, or maybe an open air garden or something there, just so we can start having some things of our own to do. The contracts are great, don't get me wrong, but I like having my own stuff. More fun when you're working on your own farm. I mean, it's fun working on any farm, but it's more fun when you're making all the profit, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's not a bad yielding field. I don't think it's at 100% though. Very close. Very close. You don't really see, you don't usually get many contracts that have got 98% yield, so that's a good sign for us. That means that we'll either make some money at the end or have excess left over. And it's just got to be dropped right there, so it's not going to take us long to load and unload, which is super duper. But I might jump this into a bit of a time lapse and get this one nailed, and we will get back to you as soon as it is done. on the final bit here. I think we're hopefully going to squeeze it all in this load, otherwise we'll have to dump it in the trailer again, but if we can fit it all in one load, we'll just take the harvester up and drop it in, I guess. Gonna be close. Ooh, 99. It's probably gonna pull us up right at the end just before we finish. Oh, you bugger. Oh, what a pain. I think it'll be fastest to zoom this thing up the hill and empty it out than it will be to wait for the tractor. That tractor seems a little bit underpowered for the for that trailer. See if we can squeeze this in. Didn't work. I thought I'd be able to get that in there. Maybe it might have been easy to use a trailer. Off-road harvester stuck on the tree. The way we're going, it definitely would have been easy to take the trailer. Oh, I'm an idiot. Poor thing. They got up that hill better than most four-wheel drives would. And get this unloaded, finish the contract up, and get down and sort out our silage. I think that's going to be the next thing on the list. 93% transported. Hope there's enough to finish the contract out. It would suck. Well, it's finished. We're getting extra money for all of this stuff now. Look at that. That is nice. Because it was such a high yielding field, we probably should have kept this as backup. In case we had to do something or had a bad one. There you go. So we made 13 grand off that, but if we haven't got much to do left here, there's heaps of, like, there was one here I was going to do, but I just don't know if there's enough in that, because, you know, we've had it where the contracts have, we've done the whole thing, cleaned it all up, done everything, and boom, you still had, you never weren't able to finish it. So I don't want to get stuck with that. So let's get this silage sold off. And I mean, we're doing decent, so I'm thinking maybe we purchase this land here behind us, or at least I think it's 2 plots there. At least we can use that to make some silage and stuff while we're waiting for everything else. I think that's the wise choice for us at the moment. So let's have a look here. What do we got? So I need another 29 grand to buy that one, and then, you know, we'll be good. But at least that's ours now. We could do another contract and get some more cash in and all sorts, but for now I think we're just gonna see how we go. We'll check this field down here to make sure that it is fully fertilized. Yes, it is fully fertilized. Wicked. That is the goods. Right, what we might do is we might have a bit of a rest and pass the day into the next one and see if that makes it so our field is ready for harvest. Because that would be cool as, because we need to get some harvesting done and get some crops turned around. We got all this nice equipment now. Well, not nice, but we got all this equipment to get everything done. So we need to start getting some money in, I think. See you in the morning. Oh, it's not ready. No. What a pain. This field here looks ready, but that's a huge job. We've got a few baling contracts we could do. What's the field next to ours? What number is it? Interesting to see what they're going to pay us. Field 2. Oh, there's no harvesting contract for it. That's a bummer. Field 12, that's sorghum. Field 24 is soybeans. Maybe we're going to have to take on another contract, which is not really what I wanted to do, but... So we got field 12 there. Oh, 24 is that one with the oil pump in it, huh? I think we'll do 24. Yeah, let's give that one a go. Alright, let's get all the equipment up there. We'll and head up there ourselves and get this one knocked out. Alright, here we go. Nice big area. It's going to do this little pointy bit at the end first. We'll get all this cleaned up so we don't forget it. It'd be great to be doing work on our own farm, but unfortunately it's not ready yet. I don't know why. Thought it would have been done by now. I'm pretty sure we planted in October. It's 5 months, so maybe next month. We will see. We can go back and do our silage, which we will probably do later on or tomorrow if the fields aren't ready. But yeah, it's the joys of starting a new farm with not really much land. You just don't have the things to make episodes work. So like, luckily there's been a heap of decent contracts. We could have been making tons and tons of money because there's some there that were 40 grand, 50 grand, but it makes it too easy. I've been trying to pick the ones around $9,000 to $10,000, $11,000. I think this one was $12,000 after the equipment payment, so it is what it is. We're getting there, we're farming, we're doing some work and we're earning some cash. We can go back and mow our grass because we've got the grass in the new field above us and the grass in our paddock area that's fenced off, so we could do that. But I'd rather get to play around in some wicked cool machinery. Something different. Tried all the different harvesters, and if our field's not ready next month, like tomorrow in game, we'll just mow the grass and do some silage, and with the money we get from this, maybe put in a chicken coop or a sheep pen or something like that, just to maybe even a greenhouse to get us some money ticking over, give us something to do every episode till we start to expand and get some more land. But we're doing okay. We've got that harvester. Like, we could be doing heaps better if I picked all it. There's been a couple of 50,000, 40,000, etc. contracts that we've knocked back. I don't want to be like super loaded and just like jumping straight in going, oh, we got all this land, let's go. And it just gets a bit boring once you get too much cash too easily, I guess. Just trying to pace ourselves and do it naturally, like this contract's 10 grand or 13 grand. You could easily earn that in a month working as a farmer or a farmhand. Getting some big hours, but you could do it. Whereas if we're doing $50,000-$60,000 contracts, and it's just a little bit too simple. But it is what it is. We're getting close to being full, so I think it's going to hold 10 to 15,000 litres. Hopefully. Got a pretty big hopper on top of it, so you'd expect to hold a decent amount. If we can get this little area here done. Just do some headers around the outsides and get onto it. Try and clean that part up. Don't want to leave any big chunks around that could make us a few extra dollars. Like if we clear $15,000 to $18,000 in this, and I don't know, maybe we just try and, we don't have anywhere to store it, do we? I say it'd be good to try and store some of this as backup. So if we do more contracts or need a little bit of a savings money, be able to just go dunk and pull it out of the silo. But we don't have a silo. Forgot about that part of it. Only 10,500. I thought that would have held about 13 or 14, but it is what it is. Not sure how much these trailers sometimes can be a little bit hard to tell how much they're going to hold, you know. Where does this contract have to be delivered to? There's some there for 40 grand, 20 grand. Look at that, would be laughing. You could make 100k easily in a couple of contracts if you wanted to. Oh no, a little bit off center. Some of these trailers just don't like getting loaded. They just don't work. Come on. Come on, come on. Trailer's not going to hold as much as I was expecting either. See, if we could invest in a trailer that held 10, 20,000 litres, we'd probably go okay. Right, let's get this tractor out of the way. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. There's a worker doing our job. It's going to take my money. Alright, let's get this done. Alright, we might jump in a bit of a time lapse and get this sorted out and stop jibber jabbering. Alright, we're just heading back. This trailer is way too heavy for this tractor. Keeps getting tank slapping sideways, pushing the tractor forward. So this has to go to our little farm production building in here. So we'll drop that off, and we don't get to keep it. Maybe we get to keep some at the end of it, but we don't get to keep it. So not all of it. Oh, it's pushing. Getting there, that's the main thing. So yeah, maybe today or tomorrow we'll mow all that grass up there behind us. That'll be it's a good start to get more silage. And then by then, hopefully our field's ready. Get us some extra cash. Get this dumped out and we'll see how we're going. We've still got about a third of the field to go up there, so it's just been constant up and down, back and forwards. 78% transported. Alright, let's get back up there and fill her up again. As always, there's one little tiny bit left at the end. So we're just going to grab that, throw it in the trailer, and then get it down and hopefully finish it all off. It's a pretty decent, you know, we're going to be up around 26,000, so that's, oops. Going to be up around 26,000, so that's not bad. Looks like popcorn in there. Soybeans. Cool little beast. Even got a Bluetooth and phone USB player up there, little stereo. I love how they've all got these little second seats in them now, so you can bring passengers if you've got the expansion sort of the Kubota edition. Pretty cool. So since the last one, we have unloaded once into the trailer. Obviously, this is the final part that we've got to get in there. I think it'll fit. This tractor is massively underpowered or underweight for this trailer when it's full. It's a bit of a crazy ride. Trying to get around corners, the trailer pushes the tractor forward, etc. But I mean, it works. There was a baling contract I've done on this map once before where you get a front mower and a rear mower, but the tractor they give you doesn't have a front linkage to run the front mower. Yeah, there's a few little problems on some of the maps, and probably just the programming, I guess, of how to sort that out. But it doesn't. It's not a. Doesn't ruin it. Just makes it more interesting. I think that time all I done was just lease a bigger rear mower and just run it on a rear mower instead. Or I may have leased a tractor, I can't remember. But it got it done. It cost me $1,000 or something, but it was a $30,000 baling contract. There's some really good baling contracts on this map. We may end up doing one while we're waiting for fields and money, but I still think I want to try and buy. Hurry up. Field 4, it's 180,000. But if we can buy some of those size sorts of fields, we're not going to have to worry about contracts anymore. Yeah, put in a couple of greenhouses, some animals. We've got a, you know, got a field, that sort of stuff should tie us over. Keep us amused. Keep us busy and slowly build it up. I mean, if we take on some of these big contracts, we could progress super fast. But I think, you know, I'd rather do the game a little bit more in order. Like, I will do some of them bigger contracts, but as our farm progresses to sort of a stage where we can make that sort of money on our own, that's when I'll start taking the ones where you can make bigger cash. If that makes any sense. I should have opened these gates because we keep driving around, but I'm still in two minds about pulling this fence down because, I mean, it's a pain in the bum, but I like it. I think we'll end up pulling it down, at least from this driveway down. Take these two lots of gates out. Take the rest of the fence out. Maybe we'll leave the fence up around the shed here. I haven't really done much to make this into a big farm yet because I want to sort of work out where we're going to be basing ourselves, if that makes sense. We won't get any extra money for this, but we may get a little bit extra soybeans. There you go. So we've got a few thousand litres of soybeans in there that are ours, which I don't think we can do anything with on this one. 10,000 litres of soybeans. I think it was for like, yeah, for potato pig food. But the best thing about this is we can pull stuff back out of that into our trailer and sell it. So, you know, where can we sell soybeans at? Because we've had soybeans now left over twice. Johnson's Farmers Market. I think what we'll do is, while we've got this contract, we'll see if we can use their trailer. Because our trailer only holds a little bit. See if we can exit it out of here. Look like it's going to let us. There we go. Soybeans. So where's that farmer's market at? Just there, that's that one on that property. Yeah, those last two contracts that we've had, or the last three I think, one of them we had 3,000 or 4,000 litres. This one we must have got 5 or 6 and it's given us up to 10,000 litres, so that's a bonus for us. In previous contracts, when it's not stuff on your property, you get paid that money, but we don't have any reason to use or keep soybeans at the moment, but we do have reason to get money. So think about buying this plot of land too. It's only small, but we could use this for a little farm to get us up and running. Not sure how much that one's worth, but have a look. Should earn us a little bit of cash. More than a little bit, actually. $30,000. That is a corker. It's enough to buy a piece of land. Can't complain about that. Alright, well that is where we're going to leave this one. I think next episode we'll mow the grass that we've got, make some silage, and hopefully be ready to harvest, because that would be a win-win for all of us. Leave this over here for the owner, and we'll head inside and have a shower and take a nap. Thanks for watching, keep safe, and we will see you on the next one.